Let me tell you why 97% of faceless YouTube channels fail and how you can be in the 3% that succeed. But before we get into it, let me explain why you should even listen to me in the first place. My name is Razvan Paraschiv and I started creating faceless YouTube channels in 2020 as a broke 17-year-old. And since then, I've grown over 70 faceless YouTube channels and worked with thousands more. Some have failed, but some have blown up to millions of subscribers and made me over $1 million combined. So in this video, I'll share 7 mistakes that I made over the last 5 years and how to avoid them so you don't just try this business model and fail. The first mistake is what I call the blind niche gamble. Look, I get it, you see someone making money with a finance YouTube channel, so you think, I'll just start a finance channel too. Or maybe you're into cars, so you'll figure you'll make car videos. But here's the problem. You're essentially throwing darts at the board with a blindfold on. You have no idea if there's actually be money to be made, how much competition you are facing, or whether you have any advantage whatsoever. And I see this all the time. People spend months creating content in niches that are either completely saturated or don't pay well, and then they wonder why they're not making any money. Instead, you need to do your homework. Spend a few days, maybe even a week, researching niches where you actually have an unfair advantage. Maybe you know more about the topic, maybe there's less competition, or maybe you've worked in that industry before. Don't just pick something because it sounds cool, pick something because you can dominate it. Now, even if you pick the right niche, the second mistake can still kill your channel. And this is what I call the random video roulette. You sit down to make a video and think, what should I talk about today? Then you just come up with some random idea off the top of your head. So maybe you'll think, I'll make a video about top 10 fastest cars because that's something that you're personally interested in right now. But once again, you have no idea if anyone actually wants to watch that, if it's been done 1,000 times already, or if you will get any views at all. So here's what successful channels do instead. They reverse engineer what's already working. They look at their competitors' most popular videos, see what's getting millions of views, and then create their own version with a unique twist. So don't reinvent the wheel, just make it a little bit better. Next on the list is falling for what I call the AI shortcut trap. You've probably seen those TikToks or Instagram posts showing someone generating Blue Yeti videos or history videos with the help of AI, claiming you can make thousands with just 2 button clicks. And look, I love AI. I use it for scripts, voiceovers, even thumbnails, but if you think you can just press a few buttons and generate videos that people actually want to watch, it's gonna be a long day, my friend. YouTube's algorithm is smarter than that, and more importantly, so are the viewers. They can tell when your content is just AI slop with no real value that you make purely for money. Plus, YouTube doesn't even monetize most of these automated channels anymore, so you need to create content that people genuinely enjoy watching, not just content that's easy for you to create. So what does that actually look like? It means doing real research for your scripts. It means adding value to narration and video editing, and it also means using AI as tools to help you, not as a replacement for actual value. So the key here is, if your viewer can tell it was purely made with AI, it's probably a bad sign. So you want to use AI to speed up the process, but you can always add that human touch that makes people actually want to watch. Now here's the mistake I made when I got started. I was obsessed with making money fast. I was messaging everyone asking, how fast can I make money? And if you're young and hungry like I was, I totally get this mindset. You want results right here, right now, not a second later. But here's the brutal truth. This mentality will actually slow you down. When you're focused on making money in, let's say, 30, 60, even 90 days, you make desperate decisions. You cut corners, you look for shortcuts, you give up the moment things get difficult. And everything changed for me when I stopped obsessing over quick money and started focusing on building something real. When I let go of these I have to make money in 30 days expectations and just trusted the process, that's when my channels actually exploded. But now let's talk about what this term trusting the process actually means. It means committing to uploading 30 videos over 10 minutes where you actually put in the work and improve after each and every upload. It means focusing on one niche for at least 3 to 4 months without jumping to completely something new. For example, with my first channel, I didn't make any real money until month 4, but in month 5, I hit $10,000. So the breakthrough didn't happen because I got lucky, it happened because I stuck with the process long enough just to understand what actually works in that specific niche. Then the fifth mistake is what I call the one-trick pony. Let's say you finally get a video that does well. Maybe it gets 10,000 views, 100,000 views. Maybe it makes you some money and you think, this is it, I've cracked the code, we just gotta do more. So what do? You keep making the same exact type of videos over and over again, and you expect the same results. Or worse, you find a niche that worked once and refuse to pivot when the data clearly shows you it's not working anymore. Successful creators are constantly evolving. Yes, they double down on what works, but they're also always testing new ideas, new formats, and new approaches. So don't get married to the strategy, get married to the results. But even then, the sixth mistake hits people right in the wallet. Most people think they can create videos for completely free using AI tools. And while that's partially true, what nobody tells you is the real cost of doing this. So, for example, if you want to outsource everything, scriptwriter, voiceover artist, video editor, thumbnail designer, here's where you actually really need to pay in today's day and age. A good scriptwriter costs $20 to $40 per video. A quality voiceover artist is another $10 to $20. Video editing can run you $20 to $50 per video, and thumbnails are $5 to $20 each. And I know that might sound like a lot of money to some of you, but here's the good news. You can use AI to write your scripts for free, you can use AI voiceover tools for just a few dollars a month, and you can also create thumbnails with AI in just a couple of minutes. The only thing you might need to pay for is video editing, or you can learn that yourself. So you have two options here. Option one, if you're in a tight budget, use your time instead of money. Learn to edit yourself, use AI for everything else, and you can literally start a channel for almost nothing. And option two, if you want to protect your time as much as possible, then yes, you will need to invest a little bit into a team. But even then, you're not stuck paying full price for everything anymore. The point here is you need to know your numbers, but you don't need to let money be your excuse. And finally, the mistake that kills channels more than anything else. Look, I wish I could tell you that you'll be making $10,000 a month in 60 days or 90 days. And some of the people that I know have done it, but they're the exception, not the rule. For most people, it takes 3 to 6 months to build a real profitable channel that will last. But here's a reality check. Look at your competitors, study them. How long did it take them to succeed? How many videos did they post before they made it? If you think you can outwork them and create better content or post more or post faster, great. It might happen faster for you. But even then, I suggest you use their timeline as your baseline, because the people who succeed are the ones who stick with it long enough to see the results. Everyone else gives up right before they break through, so don't be everyone else. Now, I know what you're thinking, Raz, you just crushed all my dreams and told me this is going to take forever. Where's the hope? Well, here's the thing. I went through years of trial and error, so you don't have to. While it personally took me months to figure out what works, you can skip all of those mistakes by focusing on what's actually working right now. And this is exactly what I cover in this video, where I break down the 7 best niches to make money in 2025, so you can check it out right here.